That is true, though. Who did pick the name on that with the P, with the silent P? Who makes that shit up? I don't get it.
Hey, we're live now,
Why
you
is
guys.
it silent? See, now
I saw the
you're
red-
on the, you're brainwashed, man. They got you thinking that P's silent. It's not. The pterodactyls are rolling over in their graves. In their ancient
It's
burial
like
mounds.
Pomona.
They're rolling over in their ancient
say
burial
the P
mounds.
anyway.
Pterodactyl. Yeah, just like a possum.
A possum. A possum.
You look like a possum.
I am a possum.
Who makes up these words?
Do his job. We totally stepped on his intro because you wanted to talk about pterodactyls. Let's
it's that wrestling dude, and I'm not even gonna try to introduce him. Go ahead, take it over.
Oh, well, you know me. They call me the world's most famous plaything, live, large, and in charge. Limping, gimping, and pimping my way through the wrestling and entertainment world. And with us is the Money Mullet, the Florida Follicle Fountain, the Shining Jewel of the South, the Patriarch of the Trailer Park, the Duke of the Double Wide, the sensation of single wide strong style, Mr. Julez Bradley.
I couldn't top that.
That's why they pay me the $1 million.
How you fellas been?
We're great, man. We're
better than I deserve.
That's right. And if we complain, nobody would give a shit.
That's
true. As a professional scumbag, man, better than I deserve.
That part. If you're gonna be bad, you might as well be good at it and get paid for it.
That is true.
Man, we got a lot going on. We got tons going on, and I'm so glad that we're back. This is a 3-peat for me and a 2-piece and a biscuit for the Julesy one, who just had an awesome match last night at Monday Night Mayhem down at the old OCC Roadhouse. How's your head, by the way?
It's good. Okay. The neck's a little sore.
For those of you that don't know, that didn't watch live, he got busted open by the old kaiju, Mr. Zachyrus.
Yeah, the cutest kaiju in the game, Zachyrus. Yeah, no, it was speaking of 3-peats, I took him out of the Young Guns Invitational. We recently, a couple weeks ago, had a Fatal 4-Way, just recently came out on YouTube. If you don't know, go check out. You can watch all the events are free shows if you show up, $10 for front row seats. You can watch live, or you can get the WWN live subscription and watch the episodes before they come out. But yeah, Fatal 4-Way match. He got the upper hand in that match and decided to, unleash a lot of pent up frustration. I guess he had on me for taking him out of that invitational, which led to our match last night, where I would never underestimate Zachyrus. A lot of people I think sleep on Zachyrus for whatever reason. I continually hear it put over on commentary that he can move really good and unexpectedly for a guy of his size. I hear it so much that it's lost its flavor. It's not unexpected at this point. Everyone knows, even if you don't know, then you're not watching.
So many times. Yeah, this is not even like, I know this is like the third in a series of matches, but honestly, we've been across the ring from Zachyrus so many times now that we know what to expect, and Julez certainly knows what to expect when that bell rings and it's time to lock up and go to work.
That being said, I did not expect to see that side of Zachyrus last night. That was a different side. There's something changed inside of that freak of nature, I'm going to refer to him as now, because that was different. The neck's sore. The head's okay. The neck's sore. Whether or not it was the ref's discretion to throw the match out or whatever, technically not an illegal move, just, I guess, great ring awareness. Not that I've never been one to play above that, so kudos to Zachyrus. Big things popping this weekend. Clash Professional Wrestling. You know any other 28-month vets that are, wrestling and WWE ID program shows or debuting for the NWA or running their own promotions? No, I didn't think so. Cause I do. That's
Put it
your
away.
boy.
Put it away. Put it
That's your
away.
boy. So
That's
make
my
sure
guy.
if you're in the area, go ahead, Stix. My bad. I'm sorry.
Listen. Enough about the past. Let's talk about the future. He's been WWE ID'd on Twitter. They shared his post. They put his face all over the place. They liked. They commented. Now let's talk about this weekend. Sunday, March 2nd. It's March to Glory. AMVETS Post 444, Williston, Florida, for a great cause. Presented by Clash Professional Wrestling, run by yours truly. And it's for Dog, the Puerto Rican Hound Dog, and his whole family, for all that they lost last year during the hurricanes and all the craziness. So everybody come out, make a donation. Every dollar makes a difference. But if you make a $30 donation or larger, you get a special gift bag when you walk in the door. And AMVETS, of course, allowing us to use that property for the second time. And it's going to be a great, great show. So Sunday, March 2nd, come on out. Julesy, what time are we ringing the bell?
Bell time 2:00. Also, any donations less than $30, we'll get you a sticker and a primary seating. The $30 and up gift bags guarantee you front row seating. But it's a free show. So I mean, if you just want to come watch some wrestling, and you're in the Williston area, come check us out. AMVET Post 444. Yeah, like you said, good cause. Even though I don't like the Puerto Rican Hound Dog and his stupid doggy shake.
Well, we definitely have our differences, and I wrote a strongly worded cease and desist, but I don't know if he can read, so that's why we're trying to raise money to help him rebuild his house brick by brick, or doghouse by doghouse, if you will. Woof woof.
So he can go back to his own gimmick and stop trying to steal mine, right?
That part. That's what we're trying to get to.
So what is it about the Hound Dog then that's
you
guys put on a show for him?
Yeah,
again, I'm sorry, I didn't hear. My bad.
What is it about the Hound Dog that you guys are putting on the show for? So people out there, give them a reason to go out there and donate for him.
So this guy has done more for the professional wrestling business behind the scenes than anybody could ever even hope to imagine. For myself personally, when I first got into the biz, fresh out of school, he was one of the ones who took a chance on me at a promotion in a different area that had no idea who I was, didn't know me from Tom, Dick, or Sally, didn't know if I could work, didn't know a diddly about me, and gave me an opportunity. And not only that, he gave me a title shot. I was, green as peas, so not only did he give me a butt ton of criticism, it was all very, and I say that word, very lightly. I guess people I don't know if that's it seems like a bad word. Criticism sounds like a bad word these days because people get all, right? But anyways, he took it upon himself to make me better. I asked him after the match what he thought, if I had delivered, what he had asked or wanted from me. He nitpicked me, and it was the little things and the details that he nitpicked me on that I immediately started to work on. And those kind of led to the jewels. Those are a big part of what led to the jewels you see today. And he's done that with so many other talent behind the scenes without people realizing it. He's someone who has done so much in this business, not just for himself and been all over the world and done stuff himself, but he's put other people in positions and places to do the same things. I mean, again, 28-month vet, 28-month legend right here. And I consider Hound Dog, Unk. So yeah, I mean, and again, I'm not the only one. He's done that for a lot of people, and he's done that for people in and around his community, not just the wrestling business. And he gives of himself even when he doesn't have anything. Like, again, this is our second show, and he lost his house during the hurricanes last year. Well, our first show was in December. Do the math. This man was homeless and, helping us put a show together, allowing us to rent his ring and bring his talent out. Like, I mean, just, he's a phenomenal, not just talent and asset to the business, but a person. He's a phenomenal person. Anytime I've ever needed someone to talk to, get advice from, not just professionally, but sometimes personally, he's been someone I've reached out to. Kind of talk me away from that ledge a couple times. So yeah, I mean, if you care about people like that, if you care about community leaders like that, if you care about professional wrestling, if you care about giving back and helping out your surrounding community, any of those reasons is a good reason to give to the Puerto Rican Hound Dogs family. Because they're phenomenal people and they deserve nothing but the world.
And I'll say this, let me pull back the curtain just a little bit, right? So Hound Dog is yes, I'm sorry, I'm gonna make you uncomfortable, but deal with it. He does so much for people behind the scenes in the sense of, you work a show at Hound Dog and say he doesn't have what it takes to give you gas money or whatever it is, right? He's gonna make sure that you eat. His wife makes food for the boys and the girls, rice and chicken like you would not believe. I mean, Puerto Ricans know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like the yellow rice and the slow cooked chicken, baby. I could eat that all day. And that mac and cheese, she made that one day. Woo! Let me stop. But my point is, there it is. There it is. That's where it comes. That's where you think it comes from.
Does a body good.
But to take your time and take hours out of your day ahead of a show, the day before a show, to make sure you got enough food for everybody in that locker room, whether they be a referee, a wrestler, a ring announcer, it doesn't matter. You're gonna eat, you're gonna be well fed, and you're gonna go home at least partially satiated, even if you can't afford the envelope. You know what I'm saying? So all that to say, the knowledge and the wisdom and the peace and the joy, because he's one of the happiest people I've ever come across. Purely just a ray of light, to sound like a crazy hippie. He really is a bright spot in a business full of carny assholes, for lack of a better term.
I mean, we've pulled the curtain back this far already. He's involved in a lot more than just his own stuff. Like I said, he is a big, huge, help to what we do at Clash. That's why the show is, dedicated to him specifically, because we wouldn't be able to do what we do without him. But also Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem, WWN. He's one of the current trainers at the TC over there. Literally this last weekend, it was him and a couple of the other bosses, from what I heard, vis-a-vis the old grapevine, setting up the ring crew, setting up lights,
which is crazy,
setting up chairs,
which is nuts,
all by themselves.
Yeah, he was at Generation Championship Wrestling's Black Friday setting up the ring.
He was. That was his ring.
Yeah.
That was him, and he was breaking it down at 1 o'clock in the morning when everybody else was gone.
Yeah,
there was about 4 or 5 of us left, and he was loading the truck like a tough son of a bitch, and then he had to drive home an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So, he actually had to drive to his family's house because he currently lost his house at the time.
Right, because
just to drive that home a little more.
Yeah, and that's why would you not want to help somebody like that? If you learn the right way in this business, you learn that you're supposed to leave it better than you found it. And this is one of those ways to do it, to give back to, for lack of a better term, the old heads, the old guard, the guys that came before you. And when they're struggling, and I didn't mean that in a negative way. Don't make that
He's
face.
Gonna beat you up, dude.
That's fine.
That's
fine.
You got to be out there ringside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We can talk about that too.
Curtains pulled back. You got a receipt coming, brother.
And talk about, I don't mean old head in a negative way. I mean in the sense that he has. I'm going to walk it back a little bit.
Down.
I don't want to get the chop. What's up, Cookie? But I want to drive home the point that he is one of the guys that you can go to at any point, whether it be personal, professional, and say, hey, what do you think about this? Where should I go from here? And the wisdom that he will share with you inevitably will make you better. It might be harsh, it might be abrasive, it might be loud, it might be whatever, but it's going to make you better. So when Julez said, hey, I want to do this, I was like, all right, 100%, because he's another one of those guys that took a chance on me when he didn't know who I was. He didn't know what I could do. He looked at me and said, yeah, man, let's see what you got. And here we are. You know what I mean? And we've built a great relationship years later. I've known him a little longer than Julez has, but I mean, we go back a little bit, and I appreciate every moment I get to share with him.
March 2nd, Williston. You know the guys in Williston ain't got nothing else to do on March 2nd.
Right? We're after church.
Much going on out
2
there.
p.m. We're after church. Church is out.
Yeah, and we're
And I
after
gave you time to go eat
Come
some
on by.
McDonald's.
Yeah, go get a value meal and come on see some wrestling. Now that we've talked about March to Glory, let's talk about some other stuff we got going on, baby, because we got full schedules. Your boys are staying booked like a library, baby. Next week,
I want to talk about that Twitter WWE ID post. You saw my face on the official WWE ID Twitter?
Everybody saw, brother, and we know you.
When do I get my jacket? Do they mail you the jacket? Do I gotta sign something? Like what?
So first, William Regal's gonna show up randomly on Rayford Road somewhere. He's just gonna meet you in the middle of the street, shake your hand, and give you a piece of paper.
Snatch me in. Yeah.
He's just He's gonna drop in like a helicopter. He just falls from a helicopter.
Been there, done that.
Gives you a piece of paper, done that. You sign it. Next thing you know, you're on Tubi making moves and doing Evolve matches. Let's go. Where's Gabe Sapolsky when you need him? But next weekend, after March to Glory on March 8th in Georgia,
March
baby.
2nd. March
8th. Championship wrestling, baby. Also for a good cause. Listen, I don't know what Julez is doing to me, man. He's turning me into a nice guy. I'm doing nice things. I'm not used to this. I've been a jerk for so long.
I'm the defender of humanity champion.
You are the defender of humanity champion. Defending humanity one show at a time, no matter how much it hurts my gas tank or my wallet. You son of a bitch.
We still getting paid, baby. We selling gimmicks. Buy a mullet. Buy the glasses. Unforgettablevision.com.
Buy the merch.
Buy the merch. TeePublic.com/StixPick. Tri-State Championship Wrestling for Travis and his mother. You want to talk about Travis and how he's affected you and where you started with him with New Wave and all that good stuff?
Oh Lord. The old Rough Rider. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to use that word that you used. It's a dirty word in my book. So the very respectable veteran that is Travis.
I meant it as a compliment.
Was the booker. He was the booker for a former promotion that shall remain unnamed. When I was tagging with my brother-in-law. So for those of you who don't know and haven't been following, I have a brother in the business that goes by the name Max Dawson. And when I was first getting out on the road and traveling around a lot, it was due to a path that he had carved before me. He had already kind of established a bit of a loop and made some connections. And then right around the time I graduated, we formed a tag team. I went on the road with him. And Travis pulled us into that promotion pretty much full time. They were a weekly promotion. They were televised locally in the area on the CW there. The area is a pretty well known for wrestling area. And so
talk about that in a minute. Don't rush. Slow down.
I mean, not only was he giving me opportunities that I probably wasn't ready for that early in the game, he treated me like $1 million. And unfortunately, I make the joke all the time. and and Stix will tell you it's not a joke because I'm a dick. But Travis spoiled me when I first got in the business. This asshole was paying me before I even showed up to the venue. I mean, he was really taking good care of me. And so yada yada stuff happens. It's wrestling. He disappeared for a while, and I kind of stuck around, and it just wasn't the same after that. And when I heard from him later down the road, hey, I'm doing this thing. It's, you know, kind of up the road. Different people, different thing. You know, I jumped at the bit. I was like, yeah, let's go. You know, I've always enjoyed working with Travis. So he not only put together several great talents into a locker room that probably never would have crossed paths otherwise. He was pretty much in charge of the Southeast, for lack of a better term, like territory, and established a connection with the King of Sports Alliance, which was doing really great, really big things. As far as I know, and they're still running in Texas. I know that they had like they signed a bunch of like territorial groups underneath them and stuff like that. And essentially they were like pulling people from all across the United States into one roster. And so it was nothing for, you know, someone from the King of Sports Alliance to reach out and say, hey, do you want to come work in Alaska? You want to come work here or something like that? So Travis like spearheaded that down here for a lot of guys and got a lot of people opportunities and put people in places that they would not have otherwise been. I met one of my great friends in the business and outside the business, Thomas Brewington, due to Travis and his booking and his, you know, locker room etiquette, the people that he surrounded himself with. So again, great dude, awesome worker. This is Tri-State. I don't want to get it wrong. Tri-State Championship Wrestling.
Right. Tri-State Championship Wrestling.
Okay. Because as I was just putting over, he works more than one territory, more than one area, and he wants to pull talent from Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and kind of work a circuit more than just be locked down to one area. So I'm excited to see what we do there. This next show, we've brought in a lot of Florida talent. There's a lot of Georgia talent and Alabama talent there too, but we've been able to bring in a lot of through all of the connections and the way this wacky wrestling world works. You'll see a lot of up and coming great talent that are just gonna, you know, have opportunities and stuff vis-a-vis that company that they wouldn't have got otherwise. And it's great to see that. And so yeah, March 8th. Blakely, right? Bainbridge.
Blakely, Georgia. Bell time Blakely, Georgia. Bell time is 7 p.m. And it's all to benefit Travis's mother, who is currently going through some cancer treatment. Trying to raise money to help her pay for all that and get her transported and all that crazy stuff. As somebody who lost my father to cancer, I'm well aware of all of that struggle and all the craziness that goes with it. So anything we can do to make his life easier and her life easier, we're all about it. But again, it's one of those things where I have to be a nice guy for a second and say it's an honor and a privilege to be in the room with a guy like Travis, who is has gone up and down these roads, has earned his spot and done it the right way, and now is literally pushing us along in rooms we otherwise wouldn't have been in, just because he says our names and says we're good people.
That's awesome.
You know, so to give back to that, that's what it's all about. You know, I think it goes back to that real simple adage of leave the business better than you found it, and that's all we're trying to do.
Do you guys think you're lucky in finding guys like that to help you out, or you think it's the kind of the culture's changed with the business that where everyone's not such an asshole? Because you always hear horror stories of like people being fucking huge dicks and setting you up for failure all the time. But it seems like you guys had some I guess some other faces making you come across those dickheads too.
You want to take this one, Stix?
Yeah, I'll start. I think I've had the pleasure of experiencing both sides of that coin. Right, I've been in locker rooms where people thought I was, just a Make-A-Wish kid, and I'm not supposed to be in the business, and I should sit on the other side of the guardrail and shut up and mind my business and buy popcorn. And I've had guys like Travis, and then everybody from the NWA that we'll talk about in a minute, who have literally taken the time to let me pick their brains to make me a better performer. And same for Julez. We've been in situations where people who should not know our names, Billy Corrigan, know our names, and not only know our names, but shake our hands and say them out loud and have interactions with us to make us better people and better performers and make us more valuable, not just to the business that we're in, but to the universe in which we live. So I think you take the good with the bad when it comes to this business, because this business is still a carny business. We're still, carny assholes, for lack of a better term. We're all trying to get over. We're all trying to make money. We're all trying to, enjoy the bright lights and the late nights and the sellouts and the meet and greets and all the stuff that comes with it. But to remember that we're not supposed to be carny assholes anymore, and make it a better place and move the ball forward. I think that's where we're at in 2025. And I'm glad that I'm in the business when I'm in the business, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think you need a mixture of both. I really think you need that spice of the assholes, because you learn from that.
Yeah.
Right. It's one thing when you get everybody's nice to you and everything's great and everybody's happy with what you do. But then when somebody tells you you're a piece of shit and you suck and you're lazy and you're never going to do anything, it'll either crush you or it'll motivate you. You know what I mean? And we've both had that experience.
Yeah, you know, both experiences in life too, man. All shades of it.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean, you get it. That's the yin and yang of what we do.
That was
you guys were
that was a very polite way to do it. Thanks, Stix.
Yeah, baby, that's what you pay me for. Put the spice on it. I put the spice on it, baby.
To answer your question, yeah, they're still out there.
Yeah. I figure that's anywhere in life, especially the more successful you are, I guess the more people start hating on you.
Yeah,
like
here's the fun thing about people hate. Yeah.
Positivity attracts negativity, baby.
And here's the fun thing about people like that. If people take the time out of their day to hate on you, A, you're doing something right, and B, They're probably not working as hard as you. They're probably not working as hard as you. Because if they're worried about what you're doing, they're not worried about what they're doing. And if they're not worried about what they're doing, they ain't going nowhere. And
genuinely,
as far as
the
I'm
people
concerned,
who tend to be like the most, for lack of a better term, as you put it, kind in the business, it's not that at all. It's just that they have the same mindset that I have, that he has, that you have. You know what I mean? Like if you're grimy, then you're probably not doing anything, and that's why you're grimy. You know what I mean? Like that negativity is gonna continue to feed itself, and those people will weed themselves out, and they'll stay where they're at, and that's why people make it further and further up the ranks, because yes, that world still very much exists.
All right. What do you guys got after Tri-State?
What do we got after Tri-State, baby? Let's talk about it. About it. Live, March 22nd, Dothan, Alabama, Dothan Civic Center. Hard times, baby. Presented by the National Wrestling Alliance.
We've been talking about Dog lost his house. We've been talking about Travis's mom with cancer. We've been talking about changing a Waffle House parking lot. This whole time we've been talking about March 22nd.
Hard times,
Dothan, Alabama. Hard times, daddy.
Listen, let me just say this. Let me put my money where my mouth is, because my mouth is made of money and I walk funny. I'm the crazy guy with the lazy eye. Let me tell you what's happening March 22nd. We finally have an opportunity to show the higher ups, the finer points of the NWA, what you know already. Two of the brightest stars nobody's ever heard of. When it's all said and done and the lights are out and the chairs are folded, Stix and Julez Bradley are going to do what we do and shine on them brighter than anybody else that they've ever seen. And here's the fun thing about what we got, right? Julez is great by himself. I'm wonderful by myself. Together, we're the greatest magic show you've ever seen. We do things that nobody thinks we can do. We drop jaws on a regular basis. You saw it in Orlando. Did you think we were going to do all the stuff we did?
Nope.
Genuinely, as a fan, give me your opinion of our performance.
Oh, it's always a great ass time seeing you guys out there in the ring. Highlight of the night.
So, I mean,
that's because some can, some can't, some got it, some ain't, some will, some won't, some got it, some don't, baby. That's why.
We're going to burn your house to the ground. Listen, I'm telling you right now, given the right space, right opportunity, right time, right place, you are looking at the dynamic duo of entertainment inside, outside, right side, left side of the ring. Okay? The NWA is blessed with talent from here to kingdom come, but you're looking at the dynamic duo that's going to change the game so it can't remain the same. I'm Stix, he's Julez, and by the time we leave, they're going to be impressed.
They're going to be impressed.
Make sure you follow that link too. That particular link, make sure that Julez gets credit for the sale, baby. Follow that link. I'm going to send it to you. Share it everywhere. Share it like, never mind. I'll change that up. Share it like presents on Christmas, baby, because that's how they know that we're worth a damn. Can we fill seats every 18 inches? Can we do it? There it is. There it is. There it is. Say it again for the kids in the back.
Tixr.com/Julez. TIXR.com/Julez.
Put it all
let's
out
pack that place out with the shiny ones, baby. Let's show them the family jewels, if you will. Like I said, those are the little stomping grounds. So I'm hoping to pack that place out and really show them what I'm all about. And Stix that shine on them. Some can, some can't. Some got it, some ain't. Some will, some don't. All catchphrases aside, I'm going in there to whoop ass and get a contract. This is a payday for me. I'm more serious than I've ever been in my life. I'm turned up, and this is it for me. Like this is my moment, and I'm not going to let it slip by me.
I'm tingling. Let me tell you something. This has been a year of hard work, from setting up the ring to building the cage, to getting water, to getting catering, to getting the boys energy drinks and spit and all the things that we've done behind the scenes. This is that time. They finally have given us the opportunity. Here's the door. You kick it down. And let me tell you, you're looking at a set of door kickers right here. This is what we do. You give an opportunity to do what we do, and we can't help but impress you. So everybody that can hear the sound of our voice, share this video, share that link, spend $15, buy a ticket, drive to Dothan. The Dothan Civic Center will be the place to be because it's a great show regardless, but it's an even better show because these two are going to do what we do.
You guys been to Alabama before?
Oh, yes. Yeah, so we were we've been to Hard Times previously when they did the Dothan Civic Center previously. Like you said, I helped set up the cage. I was one of the security guards there. Unfortunately, I took a moonsault to the face from Alex Misery in a match, busted me wide open. So not only have I been there, I've been there with them, just more behind the scenes. And that was due to the fact that is, like I said, that's one of my stomping grounds. That's where I met Travis. I wrestled there locally on television for the better part of a year. We would pack the local mall there out, the Dothan Mall. I mean, night after night, week after week after week after week.
We used to get in trouble for it. We used to get in trouble for it.
That's why I'm not allowed to say certain names, man. Quit. You're gonna get me blackballed.
It is what it is, baby. Ain't nobody gonna blackball you. You're too big of a star. Listen, we This man would go to Waffle House in gear after he won a championship that we will remain nameless, and take pictures with all the employees while we were getting smothered and covered, baby. So
We can name
Dothan
the
is home
championship.
base.
We can name the belt. I was the Alabama Heavyweight Championship. Have I been to Alabama? Sir, I'm undefeated in Alabama. In case you didn't know, I didn't even lose my belt. Another jabroni got pinned in some stupid stipulation match for me to lose that belt. Or otherwise, I'd still be your Alabama Heavyweight Champion.
There was a wet spot. I couldn't break it up. It just was what it was. That ring was not ADA compliant. There was craziness. It was debauchery. I got kicked in the face for no reason because Callie's ableist. We tear it up, baby. We tear it up. And that's the thing is we're so not just proud of the work we've done for the NWA, but proud of the lessons we've learned, the miles we've traveled, and the acquaintances and the friends we've made along the way. But this is the moment. I mean, I feel it in my bones, right? I know he does, because we've had this conversation 100 times. When we get there, we're there. March 22nd, hard times, daddy. Hard times. Ain't nobody giving me a watch and kicking me in the butt. I'm about to earn it, baby.
Times behind us. It's time to get fed. It's time for light times. We need to ride a luxury. It's time to go from white trash to high class, baby. It's time.
That's it. I'm gonna wear the best suit. I'm gonna make sure we shining on him. He gonna do the mullet up real nice. Put all the Vaseline in it, brush it 100 times, mane and
go
tail,
out there and shave my hair.
Is that in Alabama? Dothan, Alabama, Dothan Civic Center, March 22nd. NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, presents Hard Times, daddy.
How were those tapings earlier this month? How they go? Obviously went well if you got invited back to Hard Times.
Some are better than others. It really just depends on the docket, man. They can be kind of brutal when it's like a 3-day taping, but the single days aren't as bad, even though you're essentially doing more work in that single day because you got to kind of like get everything there set up and then go and get it knocked out and then break down and get out of there. It still kind of seems to go more smoothly than when people are like stuck in that locker room for 3 days on end with each other, and little changes need to be made here and there, and you can't find your fucking magic powers. And sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but you know what I mean? Like it gets real, man. Like it's a family. I've put it over before. NWA is one of my favorite locker rooms to be in because it's a family. And so yeah, when you're there for like 3 days on end, it can get a little rough. But no, man, I had a dark match. I had a dark match previously at one of the Tampa tapings. And I was in a tag match. I was tag team with Soda Pop himself, and we went up against Rewind Society, VHS, and Sam C. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get the win. My tag team partner, Soda Pop, decided to just leave me stranded out there. I don't know what that was about. Said something about my attitude. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about.
Because I wasn't out there. Because he was salty. I wasn't out there. That's what
because yes, like you said, it went well enough that they've invited me back. So
yeah.
And that's the thing, and I've sort of become the unofficial official timekeeper. Just find myself ringing that bell, ding, 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 baby. And if you don't believe me, go watch Stallings. No,
you're not gonna.
When the table broke last time, he ran away.
It's a bald guy thing.
They took the table.
They forget.
Kyle ran. He left me there.
We forget, Stix. We forget. We just love you, man.
Hey, Billy forgets. Billy.
We forget, man. We're not leaving you. We just forget, man.
It's fine. I'll tuck my chin. I'm used to it. It is what it is. But no, we have become stalwarts at NWA, and we've become so reliable that some of the higher ups behind the scenes are glad to see us when we show up. So if anything, that shows our value right there. Reliability is the number one asset you can have in this business, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
So
mean,
as
it goes back
a,
to, like you said, leaving the business better than you left it too. You know, you got to leave an impression. If you're going to grind and get anywhere in this business, and then you got to show up and impress. So,
no, absolutely, that's how you stick around. You get invited back.
right.
So as a honorary timekeeper, what's your thoughts on end of Nitros when the guy used to just ring the hell out of the bell while all Mania was going in there? I used to fucking hate it, man, because it's like once they hear that
sometimes
bell
you
ring
just gotta
100
ring that
times in a
bell,
row.
man. Sometimes it's about establishing dominance. Okay. Sometimes it's
I
about
thought that every time you rang the bell, more refs would spawn in the back like a video game.
that's what it's supposed
I
to
thought
do.
that's what it was.
Sometimes the bell is broken. There's not enough magic juju in the bell to make more referees. It is what it is. But you just got to ring that bell like you mean it. And sometimes they'll stop and sometimes they won't. And when they don't, you just pray for peace.
Maybe that's the goal. You're just trying to aggravate the guy out of the attack. Like you're just trying to he gets so aggravated that you won't stop ringing the bell. He's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to stop this guy's patient anymore. I'm done listening to the bell. I got to get out of here.
Shut up. We get
You're
it. The
giving
bell
me
works.
sensory overload. I don't.
I mean,
can't.
For me,
I can't see right now because the bell's so loud.
Yeah. What does your wife say? I can't see right now. Turn the music down.
You're gonna
real thing.
Twice this weekend. That's crazy.
Stix
cruising for a bruising. He campaigning for an ass woman, about to get elected. That's crazy.
I'm a little scared of her.
When you getting your shot against TJ Brady? You cashing in, ain't
Shut
you?
up.
Tri-States Championship Wrestling, March 8th. That's Travis's mother's cancer show. That's the one we were just talking about. Yes, I'm finally getting my hands on TJ Brady once again.
Yeah, you glazed over TJ Brady. You got to talk some shit about him.
I kind of have a problem glazing over TJ Brady, so I appreciate you pointing that out. I'm not going to do that this time. Thank you.
You want to start or should I start? Go ahead.
I think you just unleashed a tiger in me there. Go ahead. No, go ahead, Stix. Let them know.
So, Mr. TJ Brady, aka the Ginger Ableist, is the biggest skinny piece of trash in all of professional wrestling. I don't care who says it. Okay, listen. This guy, let me tell you a story about TJ Brady. TJ Brady wants us to think he's a nice guy. So he says, hey, you guys got a long weekend. You got a triple shot, 3 days, right? He says, why don't you come over? Why don't you sleep on my floor? Why don't you sleep in a sleeping bag on my couch? Whatever, right? We get there. We drive an hour and a half to get from where we were to his spot because his spot's in the middle of nowhere. It's in a nice little gated subdivision. So we get there. He makes us sit on the back porch, and then he makes us leave. He makes us leave. Because you know what he didn't do? He didn't let his partner know that she was going to have company. So then it gets even better. She thinks I'm faking. She thinks my disability is a what? Are you kidding me? And then he wants to say, yes.
Meanwhile, I'm taking his hand controls off his car so that I can drive us home because, we're tired.
Yeah.
We're tired, right? So now he's showing her videos of me doing my thing, limping, gimping, pimping my way through life. And she still says no. She doesn't say, hey, you're 20 minutes away, turn around, come back, be comfortable. I know your legs are tired. I know your feet hurt. None of that. No. And I have it on good authority because I saw it with my own eyes. TJ Brady parks in handicap spots.
Oh, he would.
He does.
Now, I'll let Julez air his grievances with Mr. TJ Brady.
Where do we begin? Me and that kid's history is ancient at this point. There's scrolls that are going to be written about us. Feud of the year, match of the year.
Amp Wrestling Trailer Park match. Go watch it on YouTube. It's wonderful.
It is.
We have the kind of history that Tyr and Fenrir have. We have the kind of history that that was a reference. We have the kind of history that the Anunnaki and the floodwaters have. Okay, it's ancient.
Stop. Too deep. Stop. Come back to the kitty side. Come back to the kitty side of the pool.
I'm sorry. Every time TJ Brady's around me, my skin crawls. He touches my merch. He literally set up on my wife's birthday, set up his merch table right next to mine, just to antagonize my wife.
She said no. He said no. I said no. He said, "Screw it. I'm gonna do it anyway." Me. Trash
human being. He's never once defeated me fair. Never once defeated me, in a legitimate contest where he didn't use some sort of tactic, ploy, or have some random person from the crowd he's such a piece of trash. This is how bad TJ Brady is as a person. I can wrestle TJ Brady and somehow someone from the crowd will get involved because they hate TJ Brady so much and cost me the match. That's how bad it is. I've watched him make a kid cry. I've watched him call kids fat asses while they were buying merch from him.
Awful.
Terrible.
Literally, we were at a show. He had to be separated. He had to be separated from a fan because the fan wanted to fight him. Like, listen, he is garbage, human waste. Okay, every freckle on him may as well be an individual piece of garbage. That's how much
he
trash
calls
he
himself
is.
Pure enough. He literally has nothing else going for him. This belt is everything to him. It's his entire career. He literally calls himself Pure Enough TJ Brady because of that title. It's his gimmick, as they say.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been quoted as saying it before, but the belt don't make the man. The title don't make the man. The man makes the title. So not only would it bring me absolute joy, and I've said this a million times before, but I'll stand on business. I'll die on this hill. It would bring me absolute joy to take that sliver of his personality, that piece of his soul away from him. But at this point, I just want to hurt him. It's past that. I'd like to do it in a way that he cannot wrestle for a while. I want to take him out so that he cannot wrestle for a while.
I'll stand on all four legs. I'll stand on all four of my legs. Both robot legs, both real legs. He can bring all his cronies, and Julez and I will stand back to back, and I'll swing Stix like a ninja. We will go to war. Lemuria, y'all can come if y'all want, but be warned. It's going down.
Simon's going to be there.
So you guys got some backup.
Okay. Let's talk about Simon Says. Last time I was at a show with Simon Says, he spent his entire time out there mimicking me, mocking me, the way I walk, the way I move, my actual disability. Simon Says is a piece of trash too. That Timu-looking Riddler. Listen, brother, you and me are about to play chess, okay? I'm about to checkmate your ass. Whether you like it or not, Simon, say this, say less, brother. Catch me outside. How about that? Garbage. You got me hot. Every time I come on your show, you find a way to heat me up. What's your problem?
It's these assholes, man, and they me. It's them out there. TJ Brady's one of them, man. You can just look at him and know he's up to no good.
You said backup. Right now, all I have is Stix. Unfortunately, my tag partner, the barn burner Carson Case.
Who blew up Carson Case?
Play with
That's
fire.
The real history of professional wrestling.
Stix. We know who blew up the barn burner Carson Case. It was the barn burner. Stix. It was.
No, I gave him
He plays
safety
with
lighters.
fire
He
too
didn't do
much.
it to
Anyways,
himself.
listen, this man is laying in a hospital bed with steel plates in his head and third-degree burns up his right side of his head. Okay.
Out here looking like Megamind.
So
not
I
even
don't
on
have
purpose.
backup. I have an idea. I'm working on something.
I
I
made
might.
the call. I still haven't heard anything back. He's
not gonna pick up. He doesn't. He's not gonna pick up.
I texted, I
to
called, I hit him in the DMs, I did all the things.
I have to drive out there.
So it is what it is, baby. But if it's,
we'll see.
I'm telling you, if it's me and Julez and we go into war against 17, we got it. I ain't scared of nobody when it's me and Julez against the world.
TJ might be leaving Georgia without his little championship.
He might be leaving Georgia with a broken nose.
No legs.
That part. He might need to borrow my wheelchair.
What do you guys got going about the hard times? You don't need a parking pass. He just parks there anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that part. Garbage. Again, piece of garbage. I'm just running in. We fucking get it, all right?
Oh, what do we got, Stix, after hard times?
Don't we have Real Pro at some point? But I think that's before hard times.
Yeah, we jumped right over Real Pro, March 14th. Dang, that's bad. We're busy. We might need to pump the brakes again.
Stop it. Shut up.
So before we even get to hard times, but after TJ Brady, yeah, I'll be at Real Pro Wrestling. I'm on the hunt, is what the card says. I don't know what I'm hunting.
Awkward.
I know there's some money. I heard there's some money on. I heard there's some money waiting on us. So that's all. We don't got much to go on besides that.
Care about.
So
that's all I care about.
Check out Real Pro Wrestling. We'll be there. Real Pro Wrestling. Excited about that one. Big shout out to making the top 100 Florida list. Speaking of, we'll put that over.
Yeah, let's not even gloss over that massive accomplishment.
I was number 34.
Good Lord.
Or something.
Top 50, top 100, top 35. Top
yeah.
You're doing big things already.
So yeah, Jordan Noah and doing big things over there at Real Pro. And I mean, with the Mondays going the way they're going with the WWE ID program, eyes on that. Hopefully something picks up from there. I know later in April, I'd have to check my calendar. I think we're in Indiana. And then past that, we have stuff in Tennessee.
We have establishment again at some point.
Yeah. So I mean, there's plenty of stuff in the works that are coming up. We're trying to be a little more picky now, and not just kind of
take it.
Yeah. So kind of
this year 2025
kind of taking it as
it's more about quality
because it's because we're working with specific people this year. So
yeah, you're building the brand. You got to protect the brand.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. We might be two boys from the dumpster, but we ain't dirty boys. You know what I'm saying? We try to
not no more.
We try to keep them shiny as long as we can. You know, we might be straight out the dumpster, but these boys know how to shine when it's time. That merch available at tpublic.com/stixpic.
You got your supply of merch back in, mullets and sunglasses?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I sold some last night at Monday Night Mayhem. A kid came up and bought a set of sunglasses. Sold a picture. Right. Yeah. Everything's back in stock.
And those sunglasses are made by hand, my guy. They're custom made.
They are. All my sunglasses are custom made by hand by yours truly. That's right.
Nice.
Some are ring worn.
Man, get the merch.
That part.
Yes. Some are ring worn because I'll forget mine and then I have to run out to the merch table and wear a pair of the
and then he gets a dirty look because it's costing us money.
They end up back on the merch table. They end up back on the merch table.
You gotta up the ante because they're ring worn.
I got some gear. I got some gear I'm about to maybe put on the market. I've been thinking about it. So that whole like feud that I did with Zachy Monstar resulted in my my white and blue and gold robe and gear being trashed and completely destroyed, covered in blood and just ripped. Yeah, and I even still have the thumbtacks that were pulled out of my head and back. So I'm thinking about maybe putting that out there on the market if maybe someone wants to, scoop that up, put a little money in your boy's pocket.
We should. I still have my bloody shirt. We should black box it and make it a deal. We should do.
There you go, combo. There you go.
Man, we've got to do some crazy stuff in 2024. 2025 is going to be has been an amazing year already, and we're only 3 months in, and I think. Or 2 months in, really. I mean, we're not even there yet, but I think the rest of this year, as long as our momentum holds and we keep working and keep hustling and keep making moves, there's nothing but climb for the both of us. And I'm so happy to see it because we've been working hard.
I mean, to drop a little bit of a free seminar here, I think it shows. I think not only where we're at and what we're doing, but if you just listen to the last hour of everything we said, everything that we did, we just put on a clinic. We just taught you how to cut promos. We just taught you character work. We just taught you crowd work. We just taught you don't fall heavily on this. Go heavily on this, make it your full-time thing, but still have a backup plan. Would I love to work at the Fed and make the big Fed money and get that contract? You're damn right. There's a reason I know the WWID are pointing that the WWID eyes are on me. Okay. But that doesn't mean I don't have all the love and respect in the world for the NWA or Ring of Honor or Impact or anywhere else that I could potentially end up and potentially get a contract. And then at the end of the day, past that, class professional wrestling is ours. That's ours. So
that's no matter
what, we're going to leave our stamp on this business. We don't need nobody's approval. We don't need nobody's mark or badge or pat on the back. None of that. We're gonna leave that stamp. We're gonna leave that. And like you said earlier, better than we found it. So,
I mean, at this point, I feel like we are the kids
say. It is what it is.
It is what it is, baby. And you're looking at two guys who have determination in spades. You're looking at two guys who, for lack of a better term, have been looked over and passed over and pushed aside and underestimated. And here we are, regardless.
Worked on.
Yeah. Shove that right up your sister's ass. I'm just saying, don't sleep on this combo. Stix and Julez by himself, Stix by himself. We are making moves in 2025, and I'm telling you, whether it's the NWA, whether it's New Japan, whether it's WWEID, whether it's anywhere, Impact. I would love to work at Impact. We got some great talent. Keep going. You name it.
Australia.
I mean,
I was talking to someone. Hey, Australia might be on the board. Look out for that.
Look at it. Hey, we're having a meeting right now live. We're having a booking meeting right now live on your show.
First announced. You just got the exclusive.
Oh, that'd be dope, Australia.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I've never been, but I bet you. You think I could use a kangaroo as an electric wheelchair? You think that motherfucker will carry me around?
We're definitely going to have to put you in its pouch for you to keep up. Yeah. I was already thinking of getting you a private kangaroo so you can follow us around a little easier for sure. We'll just put you in the pouch.
Has anybody seen a kangaroo carry a gorilla? Have you ever seen a kangaroo carry a gorilla? Because you're about to. Good day, mate. Cigar in one hand and the Foster's in the other, baby. Let's go to work.
Foster's.
And that's the thing I love about Julez, and this is what drew me to him initially. It's not it's next option, it's next opportunity, it's the next step. We're always looking towards the next move. And I knew that within 5 minutes of having a conversation with him. Kid's hungry. Kid wants to eat, and he wants to feed his family, and he wants to do it with his art. And this is our art. Whether you like it or you don't, Whether you agree with what we are and what we bring to the table, it doesn't matter. We are something different. We are something, dare I say, better than most average boys on the indie scene. I hate that term. We're not indie boys.
Yeah.
We're professional wrestlers. The professional business of wrestling. This is what we do. This is what we love. And more importantly, we have a thirst and a hunger to be great at it. And that's why we're on your show. And that's why we love you. And we love the opportunity. And I know we're an hour deep. So let me finish it out for the both of us. Unforgettable Vision, Julez Bradley, buy the merch. Follow him on all social media platforms. Get your tickets for Hard Times. Julez, give him the link one more time.
Tixer.com/Julez.
Follow us on all social media platforms. Stixman92 everywhere and anywhere. tpublic.com/StixFix for all my merch. His merch is Unforgettable Vision /Julez. Go get it. Enjoy the ride. Come with us. We love you. We'll catch you kids on the flip side.
Thank you guys for coming on, man. Always a pleasure. Always a blast, man. Can't wait to see what the rest of the year brings for you guys.
Thank you so much for having us on, man. It's always a blast and a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody have a good night. Yes, sir.